It's a really warm morning here. I might begin on the floor. Long blanket under the shoulder blade. Ah, I don't know if anyone else gets the feeling in the very hot weather that they're melting. But it's easy to feel like you're collapsing a bit. We're going to pay attention again to the upper back today, keeping it long and strong. So supporting under your shoulder blade. Bring your focus to how that feels in your ribs and your lungs. And then we're gently going to take the arms overhead. And if they don't quite reach to the floor, you could put them up onto another blanket or a cushion, or just paying attention to the resistance. And as you breathe, feeling the movement of the ribs, notice if there's any opportunity to relax a little in your shoulders, chest, shoulder blade, and your neck. Letting this shape of the shoulder blades against the ribs seep into your body memory. Become part of your body memory. Good. And then gently bring in your arms and fold in your legs, and we'll roll over to the right side. Bringing that new body memory. Excuse me. Take an all fours position and bring the shoulder blades forward and look up, just holding that back bend take time. With stretching the fingers out wide, press the fingerprint. We're going to lift the knees off the floor. And try to bring the shoulder blades to the ribs, the rib cage towards the front of the leg. Pressing the heels Good. And then let's walk forward. Little steps, patting the feet. And rolling up. Come to the front of the mat and take Urdhva Hastasana. Feeling the body memory of the shoulder blades forward against the rib cage. Good. Now imagine you have a wall behind you. You're trying to touch the back of your hands to the wall. And we're going to try and keep the back of the hands and the elbows on that wall and bring the elbows down, your cactus arm. Good. And then we'll try to keep the elbows and the backs of the hands sliding up that imaginary wall. You could always step to a wall to do this, of course. Good. And again, lowering down. And one more lifting up. Can't really see me, can you? And then release. Finding your Tadasana. And that feeling in your upper back of the shoulder blades pressing forward. Pull your upper arms out, palms in. Breathing deeply. Arms up, looking up. And as you exhale, Uttanasana. Good. Now put your hands up on your legs so you're keeping your spine at ease and just sway a little your torso from side to side. And we'll feel the stretch move across the hamstrings and from leg to leg. Finding a satisfying breath. Good. And then back to center and rolling up and arms up. Good. Keep your right arm up there. Take your left arm behind you and we'll try to interlock the fingers behind. And if you're not grabbing your fingers, hold your t-shirt towards the center line. Mukasana arms. Check that your arms aren't pushing your neck forward into an uncomfortable position. We'll make the feeling of the back bend in the upper back, looking up. Good. And then halfway Uttanasana. And then as far as you feel your body wants to stretch. Beautiful. And then sway from side to side. And rolling on up. And releasing your arm. And then other direction. So again, if you're not reaching your fingers, mine don't reach on this side, hold your t-shirt towards center line. Good. But just check in. Do your strong arms push your head forward? So find that easy balance in your neck, front and back of the neck feeling even. Feel the back bend shape, particularly in your upper back. Shoulder blades forward, looking up. Beautiful. And then leaning forward. You might just go halfway. We want to keep an ease to the spine, depending on how the legs feel. And then you can reach further if that feels okay and start to sway side to side. Neck nice and long. Feeling the shoulder blades imprinting forward to the ribs. Or impressing. And then release your arms and roll up. And arms up. Urdhva Hastasana, reach up. Beautiful. And all right. Now, if you like to have the seat of a chair so you don't have to reach all the way to the floor, and it aids your good alignment, then use that. Padasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana, hands to the floor. Step your left foot back, keep it facing forward so your feet are parallel. And just make sure you can get your left heel onto the floor, but you're feeling a stretch in that back leg. So bend your front leg. Notice how the tightness in the front leg makes the rainbow shape in the spine. You can, if you reach around, you can feel the bones poking up towards the ceiling. Sort of like a stegosaurus. All right, how can we imprint or impress the bones of the spine forward and the shoulder blade against the back rib? So look forward, lift the breastbone. Good, and we're going to find the breath here. Satisfying breath. And then explore straightening your front leg without losing that beautiful shape and feeling. Explore the resistance, the difficulty. Let's use the breath a little more by making it a Ujjayi breath. Hear the breath. Feel the texture of the breath in the throat. Redolent of the distant ocean. Working with straightening the front leg. Easing the spine. Feeling the shoulder blades imprinting forward. Good. Now really take the weight into your feet and lift your arms up beside you. And we're going to reach behind the back and hold your forearms or your elbows and look forward. Good. Lift the breastbone and reach forward a little bit more, straightening the front leg. Nice work. Now you can unbind your arms to step forward. If you'd like to test your balance, we're going to lift up, step forward, balance on the right foot, and bring the left foot in front. Keeping the arm bind. It's a little bit tricky. Finding the breath. Ujjayi breath. Beautiful. Let's make a figure 8 with the left knee. Oh. And the other direction. Good. And then releasing that side and release your arm. Tadasana. Finding your Ujjayi breath. Inhale up. Looking up. Beautiful. Uttanasana. Hands to the floor. Step your right leg back. Try to get the back heel onto the floor. Bend your front leg. Good. Feel around behind your back. See if you can feel the bones of your spine. If they feel a little bit like stegosaurus, see where you can wiggle your body a little and embed the bones of the spine forward. And try to press your shoulder blades forward against your ribs. Lift the breastbone, look forward. Beautiful. And then we're going to try and hold that good spine and start to straighten the front leg. Observing here the difficulty and finding the Ujjayi breath. Looking for space and ease. Now we're going to hold the feet really solid. Take the arms behind you or beside you. And if you can, hold your wrists or your forearms. And looking forward, imprinting the shoulder blades to the back ribs, feeling the spaciousness of your ribs, front leg as straight as you can. Okay, now you can let go of your arms should you need to, of course. Or you can give a try to lifting up, stepping forward, balancing on the left leg. And then figure 8 with the right knee. And the other direction. Finding your Ujjayi breath, your centeredness, your calm. Good, and then releasing that side. Releasing your arm. Urdhva Hastasana. Feel the shoulder blades impressing forward. Uttanasana. About relinquishing that good feeling in your spine. You find a stretch in your legs, so put your hands wherever you need to. And straightening through both your legs. Lifting kneecaps, lifting sit bones. Good. Now we're going to walk the hands forward. So put them onto the floor if they reach. If not, onto your legs, and you'll be reaching down your legs a little bit. Otherwise, if they reach the floor, keep your hips where they are over your sit bone. Keep your sit bones over your heels. Said the wrong thing. Arms forward, reaching forward so the sides of your waist lengthen. And impress the back body to the front body. Your ears kind of line up with your biceps. Take the shoulder blades back so the back of the neck lengthens. Enjoying space. Good. And then we're going to start to bend the knees and lower the sit bones towards the heels. Now you just lower as far as you can without the heels coming off the floor. And then come back up to straight legs. So you might want to adjust the direction of your toes. So when you're in your forward bend, straight legs, try to have your feet parallel. And then when you go to squat, because we're going to do that again, turn your heels in or your toes out. See if that makes it easier. Don't go to where it hurts your knees, but go as deeply as you can without the heels lifting. Press the heels down. Good, straighten your legs again. Good. And then toes turning out. See if that helps with your squat. Keep the heels down as low as you can go. And if you're close enough to the floor to think you might be able to sit down from here, then do that. Otherwise, come back up to straight legs and then lift up and sit down. However, feels like it's going to work. That worked for me this morning because it's so warm. I can see the point of hot yoga. Not necessarily my cup of tea. Alrighty, let's take a seat onto the blanket. We're going to do a wide-legged posture. So put something under your heels if you're on a hard floor. and it feels too uncomfortable. Begin with the hands behind the hip. So if your forward bend means your torso is in the range behind vertical, leaning back, really use your hands as softly as you can, but to help with the feeling of impressing the bones of the back body towards the front body. Back torso towards the front torso. Good. Now I know some people can move into the range that's in front of that vertical position. So just test out where you reach to that's around your limit of movement. Okay, so we've all found our sort of limit. And now we're going to take both hands over to the left, I'll opposite to you, and reach your torso. If you're more upright, you're just trying to reach your right ribs as far as you can to the left toes. And you can use your right arm to help reach. You might be reaching your left little toe, that area. But keep reaching your torso in that direction, finding where your body resists. Hearing your own breath. And noticing if the limit is real or a perception. Good. Now, keep as much forward momentum as you have found, and then gently take your body through center and over to the right side. So we're going to reach now the left rib as long as you can in the direction of your right little toe. Use your left hand to help you, or use your both hands to help you. And trying to find that feeling of pressing the back body, the bones of the back body forward towards the front torso. Find your Ujjayi breath, feeling of resistance. And with the breath, noticing what is real and useful in that resistance. Important. And what parts of that resistance are unimportant, not useful. Good. Now we keep all of that forward momentum and bring the torso to center. So you've still got your hands supporting you, maybe behind your hips, if that helps you bring the bones of your back torso forward. Or you might have your hands out in front. You can reach them out straight if you like, or you might be on your elbows. Let's point the toes away. It's going to make the hamstrings at the back of the legs shorter. Lift up for just a moment. Just take a little rest from the stretch. And then lift your belly, lift your breastbone, and reach a little further forward. Finding the bones of your back and pressing them forward. Hearing your Ujjayi breath. And then if you want to make it stronger in your leg, point your toes back towards your shoulders. And then come back. And simple cross-legged position, or legs out, semi-wide, where it's comfortable for your knees. Feel the length of your spine as you sit. And then we're going to turn to the left side. Right hand to the left leg, finding your sukhasana twist. Feel the bones of the back torso imprinting forward, pressing forward. And then feel the breath, the ujjayi breath, where you can hear the breath, feel the breath in the throat. Notice the turn of the ribs on the exhalation. The flow of ease and movement in your body, the flow of energy, suppleness, vitality. Coming back to center, changing the cross of the leg, turning to the right. Feeling again bones of your back torso, spine, back ribs, shoulder blades. Press them forward. And finding your ujjayi breath. Feeling the flow of the breath. Good. And then coming back to center. In the hot weather, nice to put your legs up. So lay down, and there's different ways of doing that. If you have a couch around, you could put your feet up on your couch. I'm going to do a bamboo pose. So putting the blanket under the hips so that it's in a position to help my legs just balance there. If you're tight in your hamstring, often what happens is we're using the core too much, trying to hold the legs because we can't get them into that line over the hips or nearer to the body. So pay attention. Is the core of your body working? Which might be all right for a little while, but don't hold it for too long and give yourself an opportunity to rest that part of your body by putting your feet on the floor. Okay, otherwise we're in bamboo pose. And especially if you find your legs, your feet, your ankles swell up in the hot weather, it's really nice to sit up. So you can't do that if you have high blood pressure, and you need to check with your doctor about that. And as I said, the other thing you can do is just put your back of your leg on the couch. You feel like you need a little lift, even though it seems opposite. This is a really good. Letting the body and mind calm. Finding the Ujjayi breath. Good. And then we'll take the feet down. And we're going to bring the left leg in towards the chest and take hold of the left foot with the right hand. We're going to, and the knee, the left knee with the left hand. We're going to coax the shin bone towards the front of the torso. That's the direction we're trying to aim for. And not thinking of just trying to pull the leg in, but rather like a baby, like taking special compassionate care. And with each breath, just allowing there to be a little bit more space. Sometimes the resistance is just perceived. So notice what feels real in your movement. I'm wriggling is not quite the right word. Rocking a little from side to side, moving my leg from side to side. So encouraging the hip joint to be supple. All right. When you've got your leg as close as it's going to go, you see if you can hold maybe with your wrist or your elbow crease, your right elbow crease. So we're holding and relaxing the shoulders back to the floor. We have the support of the floor behind, so that lovely alignment buddy. And you can try taking your right leg out straighter, maybe even all the way. Noticing where the resistance is, where the breath catches. Finding your ujjayi. Letting go of tension. Nice work. And then releasing that side. Bring both legs back to bend. And this time we'll be treating the right leg. So pick up the right leg and take hold of your right foot with your left hand. Your right knee with your right hand. And just coaxing your shin bone closer to parallel to the front of your chest. We're paying attention to how the hip feels, to how the knee feels. Not trying to pull, just trying to make a little bit of space. If it feels good for you to gently move the leg from side to side, finding that suppleness in the hip joint, then do that. Might be quite different from side to side. Our bodies have so much history. But keeping the neck relaxed. Keeping your focus on your ujjayi breath. Okay, so when you've got your foot as close as you feel it's going to move, then see how your arm position goes. Maybe you can hook your wrist there, and maybe some people even the crook of the elbow. But then if we've reached, I've overreached a little to get the elbow there, then the work is to let the upper body relax back to the floor. To let go of the tension of the stretch or the reach. Find why the body is tense, to see if it's necessary or unnecessary, to use the flow of the ujjayi breath. And you might have already, but you can try straightening your left leg as well. It increases the tension. Only do it if it's what you need. Beautiful. And then releasing. We're going to take the blanket again. Now I'm going to fold it on the long side. You can just do it from the floor there. You don't have to get up. If you put it on your tummy, use your tummy as the folding surface. And then that's going to go underneath your sit bones or your tailbone, sort of the lower section of the buttock muscle. Good. And then pick up your feet, cross your ankles, hold your toes in close. So your feet are close to your sit bone. And then you try to put your knees down onto the floor. Now, if the stretch is way too strong, take the blanket out. Good. And then you let go of your hands so they can be relaxed. And you can do cactus arms or wherever your arms feel nurturing for your shoulders. Let's relax the jaw. Feel the imprint of the shoulder blades to the back rib. Front of the body lengthening. Finding the flow of your Ujjayi breath. Breath that you can hear and feel. We need to cross the legs to the other side. Consider your movement. Notice the core work of the body when you lift the legs. Cross the feet the other way. So you try to hold your toes and bring your heels as close to your sit bones as you can. Not everybody can reach their feet, I know that. So try to wiggle your feet in as best you can. Good. And then knees towards the floor. Find your best arm position. And see if you can imprint the shoulder blades forward. Very nice work. Gently bringing in your arms, unfolding your legs. Take your blanket out. Put your feet back on the floor, hip width. We're going to lift the hip and put your knuckles together or interlock your fingers under your pelvis. And we're going to stretch the arms long. The knuckles towards the heels. Press the heels, lift the thighs, lift the hips, squeeze the buttocks. Lengthen your neck. Sometimes just rocking gently your head from side to side will do that. And really reach. Feet press, knuckles reach, chest lifts and opens, and feel the breath. Beautiful. And then releasing. Hug your knees. Rock quite a long way the knees to the left side. Come up to center. Rock quite a long way the knees to the right side. If you have time to stay for the Shavasana, lay your legs out to straight. If you need to finish your practice, roll to your right side. Namaste to you. Shavasana, people. Legs out straight. Tuck your shoulder blade, your back rib. So you can feel the imprint of your shoulder blade to the rib. Back ribs supported and the front ribs spacious. Feel the sound of your breath. A gentle Ujjayi breath. Notice any tension in your body. We get to know those places that you can always find a little bit of unnecessary tension. Bring your focus to your toes. Just noticing how they feel. Imagine feeling the flow of the breath there. And in the whole of your feet, the arches, the tops of the feet. Feel the breath there. Ankles, knees, thighs, hips, belly, buttocks, around your sacrum, your lower back, and your middle back, between your shoulder blades, your front ribs, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms. Take a breath into the wrists and hands, fingers. And now into your neck and your throat, base of the skull, scalp, forehead, around your eyes, nose, mouth, your lips, your tongue, your ears, jaw, and now feel the breath in your whole body. The vitality of the breath, the stillness of the body, breath by breath. Start to take some deeper breaths now and wriggle just your fingers and your toes, feeling the luxury of movement. And let that movement be in your ankles and your wrists now, and your elbows, and your shoulders, and your knees, and your hips, and bending in your arms and your legs, and rolling to your right side. When you're ready, come up and have a seat. Hands in front of the heart, feeling the flow of your breath, a renewal in your body. Take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.